Good morning. Today is Tuesday, October 6th, and we'll be looking at the sixth chapter in Acts. And the sixth chapter begins with an expansion of the leadership. So 7 more are added to, I guess, the apostleship, sort of, when there's a complaint that Hellenistic Jews are not receiving the same social benefits as the Jerusalem Jews. So they all speak a different language and they belong to different social hierarchies, and so they're not being treated fairly. And so in Christendom, the new way that Peter and the apostles have created, this is not acceptable. And this is where we get to see that communal living at work. So they choose a man named Stephen, among others, and they're all men. So that's something I contend with, and you can say that that's because of the times. But as you can see, there's so many things that are done in Jesus' name, by Jesus, that are so totally against what would be acceptable in the times, including women. And so the way, they're not quite getting it, but that's okay. And so in other ways, these men are chosen, 7 of them, and then they lay hands on them. It reminds me of the ritual we create around ordination in our church, and of course it's a sacrament in other faith traditions. So we lay hands to say, "Take thou authority," for the ordained, set apart for ordination. And so initially, this is done. These 7 others are ordained to take care of neglected widows, which is a great cause, and it's definitely the fruit of this communal life that they've established together. And they're invested in one another, and so they're caring for one another, and in that they have the ability, together with all their resources pooled, to take care of the community at large. And that's the concept of this Christian communalism that they're creating in this community here. They couldn't do this kind of help on their own, but once they combine their resources, they can help a lot more people. And then after that is established, they tell the story, or Luke tells the story of the arrest of Stephen. And what it looks like to me is that the folks were jealous of him. It just looks like it's born out of jealousy. So I hate this part. And I know hate's a strong word, but I know what's coming, and it's not acceptable to me, because you get this picture of Stephen from Luke that he has the face of an angel. You just get this sense that Stephen is this very valuable individual. And tomorrow in the next chapter, we'll see what he has to say about himself. But I heard a story on a podcast today about a doctor named Stephen Lloyd, and he was on a physician's board, which revokes and grants licenses to physicians that do naughty things, and he granted some grace towards a physician, and then directly after the hearing or whatever they have on that board, he encountered the man. The man just gave him some kind of praise that seemed inauthentic and insincere, and he just knew, like in a blink of an eye, he just got a sense about this guy's character and knew that he'd made a mistake. And then sure enough, he gets in his car right after that meeting, Googles the physician that he had just given some grace to, and realizes that he's all these other rotten things he's done. And it wasn't a part of the trial, because you can't put certain facts into admission, and you should really structure that differently. And that's what the podcast was about. But I got this sense that I just wanted to know this Stephen, this Dr. Stephen Lloyd. I just wanted to. He used some colorful language. He was very angry, but he was willing to admit his mistake. And there was so much grace and beauty in that. I don't know what the man looks like or anything. I'm not saying that he had the face of an angel, but in my mind, he had the heart of an authentic person looking for justice. And he also has this empathetic heart, so he gave grace to this guy and then realized wasn't quite the right thing. But I think it's a lesson to me when I listen to his story that there's this willingness to admit when you're wrong and try to rectify it. If you didn't tell anybody, this is how this trial went, this is how it resulted, I have regrets about it, they can't fix it. Because someone else in his case would have just gone, oh, shoot, well, I guess that was a mistake. But to do no harm really means something to this physician. And he was willing to, say, I made a mistake with this one, and let's see how we can examine the ways we do this and do better. And so he was my Stephen with the face of an angel that I encountered. And so I'm all in with this effort to help the Hellenists among them and to have Stephen be one of their appointed apostles. So I hope that you will have a beautiful day and that see you tomorrow for more from Stephen.